That's pretty much what self-discipline is. It's creating those habits. It's building those incremental habits. If you want your question featured here on the show, remember, use the hashtag AskPapaSwolio in the comments down below. And also on any clip or any video, you could use that hashtag, and especially on Instagram, answer those question stickers. I usually don't get to them in my story, but I answer them right here, like this one right now. This one's from Cody Jervis. Cody Jervis, KJ. What up, KJ? Papa Swolio, how to have better self-discipline when it comes to food. Ooh, well, the
little rascal has spirit.
This is probably one of the more general questions you could ever ask, but let's get some comments down below. I'll talk in general about it because I think a lot of you will benefit from whatever I say, especially if you haven't heard it before. But how do you have better self-discipline when it comes to food? Well, number one, how do you build discipline in any regard? Discipline is essentially a reinforcing of habits. Okay, that's pretty much what self-discipline is. It's creating those habits. It's building those incremental habits. There are tons and tons and tons of great books out there. One of my personal favorites is Atomic Habits because it talks about little things like we talk about, like habit stacking, little tiny incremental things that you can do on a regular basis that will build into longer or larger blocks of execution. So it could be something simple as, for example, just eliminating a couple specific types of food, not allowing certain foods to cross the threshold of your door. In other words, don't bring soda into your house. Don't bring candy into your house. Don't bring bread into your house. You know, after you do an elimination diet, you figure out which things work best or worse for you. You know, make sure that your environment is locked in. And one of the things that you'll learn by working on habits and trying to build habits is that if you are constantly tempting yourself, if you are bringing these things into your house, if you are keeping junk food, like let's say I had an addiction to M&Ms, I should not have a jar of M&Ms right here. Even if I think they're pretty, oh, they look like pebbles. If I have a jar of M&Ms right here and I am hardcore trying to cut out M&Ms, that doesn't seem like a good thing. If I'm a heroin addict, I probably shouldn't have heroin right there. Okay? If you're an alcoholic, you shouldn't have an entire liquor cabinet right there at your disposal. That's not a good look. It's not going to end well because willpower only goes so far. And if you have these things in your circle, if you have these things in your environment, again, I'm just gonna bring this up and I'm gonna pop myself off here. Pillar number one is community. Community means people, but community, as we talk about all the time, community means environment as well. So your community, your environment needs to be locked in. So are you surrounding yourself with good people? Are you surrounding yourself with shitty people? Are you surrounding yourself with good food? Are you surrounding yourself with terrible food? It all comes down to your choices. And if you don't know what the 7 pillars are, you could download your free copy at swolenormousx.com right there at the top of the webpage. So a lot of people have bad discipline because they make poor choices. They make poor choices with who they hang out with. They make poor choices with where they go. They make poor choices with their preparation. And if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. If you're going somewhere and you're going hungry, one, you don't have to eat all the time. It's okay to fast. Your body should fast. Helps you improve your anti-fragility and also helps you improve your resilience. It helps you improve your health. It's good to go without food. It's good psychologically and it's good physically. You're not supposed to have endless food supply. We know that because when we do have endless food supply, like we do in this country, what happens? Everyone's fucking fat. Everyone's fucking fat. Because you have endless amounts of food. Through evolution, we've evolved to always want to look for foods. We've evolved to always look for food. We've evolved to hunt and gather and try to find food all the time because food is naturally not in a surplus. You have to go look for it. Maybe in the summer, if you live in a warm climate, you have access to ripe fruit, but that's in the summer. In the winter, when the fruit isn't in season, you don't have those fruits anymore. But in the summer, seasonal fruit, it makes more sense. Longer days, hotter weather, fluid, hydration in the fruit. So seasonal fruits are different, for example. So anyway, your environment's very important. If you're bringing shit food into your environment, you're not going to have good willpower. You're not going to have, or it's going to last. It's going to have a limited or it's going to have an expiration date. Eventually, you're going to break. Eventually, you're going to be tired. You're just going to be frustrated. You're just going to want to have that snack and you say, fuck it, I deserve it. And then it's going to send you down that binge eating cycle. Then you're going to feel guilty. Then you're going to feel shitty. Then you're going to be bloated. And then you're going to blah, blah, blah. And then it kicks up those triggers again. So you need to make them invisible. You need to make those negative habits and those things you don't want to consume. And you need to take yourself out of those environments in which you make yourself susceptible. If your friends are always going out to binge drink and eat shit food at the bar, then you should not go and hang out with those people. And I'm not saying just ditch all your friends, but maybe they're not the right friends for you. Maybe they're friends for a season. Most people are not disciplined. Most people don't have goals, real goals. Most people don't want to improve their life. Most people don't, which is why most people don't get results. Most people are wishing, most people hope, very few people actually do. And that's why the majority and the average, that's why the average is average, because the average person doesn't do jack shit. That's why the average person is fat.
Good thing I found that